Christmas tree, how lovely are your branches. Welcome back, my little friends. I was just singing some traditional Christmas carols with some of my furry friends while I was waiting for you. Last time we were together, we talked about traditions and how a tradition is a belief or a custom which is passed down from generation to generation. And I got to thinking, let's you and I start a tradition in Oma's reading room. Let's pick one story, the same story, but using a different illustrator to read together each year. Won't that be fun? We'll learn the story together, but we'll have different illustrations to look at. And the story that I have picked has been a mainstay of many family traditions for as long as I can remember. It's called "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," and it was written by author Clement C. Moore. Let's read just a little bit about the author and the illustrator for our first rendition of "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Now, Mr. Clement C. Moore was born in New York City, and he was a biblical scholar, a professor of Asian and Greek literature. And he was a man who could converse in almost any language. But he is remembered as the person who first named Santa's reindeers. While much of his scholarly work is forgotten, a poem written as a holiday gift for his children has endured as one of the most beloved pieces of Christmas literature. What was originally entitled "A Visit from St. Nicholas" first gained public exposure in 1823, when a member of Moore's family submitted it to the Troy Sentinel. The newspaper published it as an anonymous work. The poem eventually became known as "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" after its opening line. Its popularity and charm initiated the paper's tradition of reprinting the work each holiday season. "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" endures through families who read it and make it a part of their own individual holiday traditions. The poem has been a seasonal favorite, enchanting children of all ages for almost 180 years. And the rendition that I have picked for our illustrations is actually a tribute to illustrator Hayden Sunbloom and some assistance by Garen Baker. Mr. Sunbloom created the Coca-Cola Santa illustrations in 1930, and they have endured through the years just as much as this beloved story has. So let's begin. "'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagle, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a ball full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose, he gave a nod. Up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Oh, wasn't that fun? You can see why this classic tale has become a tradition in many families around the world. And it won't be long until you'll be putting up your stockings and putting out your milk and cookies for Santa too. I hope you all have a very merry and holy Christmas, little ones. And this time, Oma is sending you her hugs and her blessings wrapped up with Christmas bows. I hope you'll catch them. Hold them real tight. Until then, Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.
Tired, I will help you through. Little heart, when you get broken, I will shelter you. Little ears, if you will listen, you will hear the truth. You will hear the truth. It's a big world, baby, big enough to dream. To do great things. Ooh. Ooh. I'll be with you, right beside you, hold you when you cry. When you dry. When you sail on stormy seas, I will be your guide. I will be your guide. It's a big world, baby, big enough to dream. You're not too small to do great things. Hear the music play, dancing in your soul. Listen to the symphony. You're beautiful. It's a big world, baby, big enough